Hello. Welcome to Cheesecake Stream. The much requested. Right now I'm just melting butter that exploded in my microwave that you didn't get to see. And my microwave was dripping butter. So, I don't know if that's how this is gonna go, but we'll see. So, I tried to get everything done that required me to be off camera because this is all I've got. But, is this clean? Clean enough. Have my notes. And the first step is the crust. Graham crackers. We need 1.5 cups of graham cracker crumbs. So we're gonna beat these graham crackers up. And I have no idea how much 1.5 cups is. Does it say? No. We'll figure it out. I wonder if we can just crush them in the bag. Watch the bag explode. Then what? Usually this is for liquid ingredients and not dry, but I'm going to use it for dry. Okay. I think I have these Ziploc bags. I think we're going to crush them up in here. Because I have the rolling pin. They need to be really fine. Didn't spill a crumb. Watch the master work. Right, Ollie? I need dog cam. You want a graham cracker? You can have one. You can have a piece. Hear him chomping? Yum. Today, we already went to the store and we went to McDonald's. We got French fries. Do not try the, what are they called? How are we gonna do this, first of all? The new chicken strips at McDonald's, garbage. Trash. Hated them. Oliver, get out of the trash. Speaking of trash. Teach you a lesson. Okay. So. I did spill a crumb. I lack perfection. Why do KitchenAids have to be 1,000 pounds? Honestly. Oh, this is gonna take a while. Honestly, I do have a food processor. Ooh, okay, it looks good from the back. We want dust. Oh, and there's the oven, preheated. What I will say is sad about making cheesecake on stream is that it has to cool overnight. So we are not going to be able to try it today. But maybe when I do actual stream, like streaming video games, we'll eat a piece of cheesecake on there. This better be a 1.5 cups, man. Graham cracker crusts are one of my favorite crusts to make. It's so much easier than regular pastry crust. Oh my god. Shout out to Great Value Bags. It's not breaking open. How are we doing? How are we doing? Looking pretty good. That's pretty dusty. But is it a cup and a half? That's a question. And honestly, I might want a little bit extra crust. I like a lot of crust on my cheesecake. Okay. We're gonna call that good. I lied. I think we're actually gonna get the dry ingredient measuring cup. That's a half. There's my full one. For example, I might do 2 cups instead of a cup and a half. I did do a little extra butter, but since it exploded in the microwave, I don't know how much is left. Okay. Let's see how much this is. Okay. So this was just one package. It said how many grams it is, but I'm not a grams person. I don't know anything about that. Wow, it could be a cup and a half. How convenient. No, maybe a little short. Yeah. Here. That's what we have. But I like a lot of crust, so I think we're going to do a little extra. Because that was like, it's a little less than a cup and a half. So. And I, because of this stream, I got to get a springform pan for the first time. I'm very excited about that. I've never had one. I like how my dog left because he knows he's not getting snacks anymore. Rude. Okay. One more. Finally got some sleep last night after after having insomnia for like, it was like 10 or 11 days where I'd only slept like a half hour to nothing to 3 hours, and that's it. I was like, when are the hallucinations gonna kick in? For real. Ugh, my arms are tired. Good enough. I'm not even going to measure it. We're just going to dump it in. Oh, it smells good though. I love graham crackers. Graham crackers with honey. 10 out of 10. Oh, I love putting the garbage over there where you can't see it. Okay, so for the crust, we need the graham cracker crumbs, some sugar. I think that's in tablespoons. Ew. Tablespoons are honestly way bigger than you think. Okay, so 2 tablespoons. And then some brown sugar too. Which I've never heard of, actually. In a cheesecake, or I don't know, graham cracker crust recipe. So this will be interesting. And how much? 1 tablespoon brown sugar. Brown sugar's so good. It reminds me of moon sand. Shout out to moon sand. Okay, and also, I do throw in a little bit of salt. Just a little bit. Okay. And let me grab another fork. Let's mix. So after this, we're going to add in melted butter, and that's going to help the graham crackers, you know, seal up and actually form the crust. Okay, maybe we could have done a little bit a better job smushing them, but I don't care. And this brown sugar is crumbly, which I'm assuming is why most recipes don't call for the brown sugar. But that's okay. I'm trusting this recipe. Am I changing it? Yes. Stupid brown sugar clumping. I hate it. Okay. Now the melted butter. So, allegedly, there's 8 tablespoons in here, but like I said, butter exploded in the microwave. And there was a lot. It was literally dripping from the ceiling of the microwave. So I think it'll be the perfect amount. And we did put in a little bit extra breadcrumbs. By breadcrumbs, I mean graham crackers. Alright. Let me mix that up. Oh yeah. Now I'm reminiscing about cheesecake. I've never made a homemade cheesecake before. I have made a graham cracker crust. But I've never made the, you know, the filling. So I'm excited. And I hope I do it right. But I'm a pretty good baker, so I have faith in me. Okay, that's pretty good. Now, see, can you see the pan? We're gonna dump this in. Oh, it smells so good. Now I'll mash it down into shape. Oh yeah, that's the strat. Now I'm wondering if we move it up the pan too. I don't know. Or if we only have the bottom. Oh yeah, that's a lot of crust. It said a 9-inch pan, and I wonder if this is less than 9 inches. I don't know, because... Okay, yeah, we're going to move it up. I think it should work. If we give it one of these. Maybe a spoon would work better than this fork. Let's try. We can put our fingers in this too, but... Okay. It's a little thin there. Let me just work it up the sides. Maybe. Maybe not. What I don't want happening is when we take this, because there's like a spring form in here, when we undo it, I don't want it breaking. So... I think I changed my mind. I think we're just going to do the bottom. But try and make sure it's all the same thickness. Which is difficult when you can't see it. I want to make sure I get this done really... I really don't want this to break when we take it out. We have a whole ass stick of butter in here, so really it should be fine. I could just eat graham cracker crust. Okay. That looks good. Looks firm. Now, the fun part. The filling. So yeah, we're gonna... Well, we can leave that here. Get rid of this. Pull this back out where you can see it. There we go. Now it calls for 32 ounces of cream cheese, which is crazy. Oh, look at all this wasted packaging. We have this, then this, and inside these is, you guessed it, more packaging. I really think they could have skipped this entire cardboard piece, this one, and just had these in there. But whatever. I'm going to try to warm it up a little bit. It's supposed to be room temperature, and this is not room temp, so... Am I really going to make a difference? I don't know. I don't think my hands are that warm. More wasted packaging. Okay. Because, yeah, these are 8 ounces, right? 2 8-ounce packages, yes. We need 32. That's so much cream cheese. I'm worried it's not going to fit in this container. I hate wasting, but it's our first time, so we can make mistakes. god. There's 29% of your daily amount of fat in here. In this one block. What's 29 times 4? Because that's a lot. A lot of fat. If you... Can I eat a whole cheesecake? Probably. I really like these little foil things. When I can open them. Okay. There's one. 3 more to go. There's so much trash. Oh my god. I apologize for my hair. I know it looks crazy. I rolled out of bed and that's pretty much where I'm at. Like, this shirt was my pajama shirt. Shout out to Falling in Reverse. Here's another one. The last one, finally. The Philadelphia Standard. I wonder if that's their way of putting standard on their packaging. The oil guy, what was his name? Carnegie? Or was that the steel guy? I want to say that was the steel guy. But he was making kerosene right before kerosene lamps were, you know, phased out by the light bulb and electricity. And he was able to put crazy packaging on his kerosene. I wish I remembered what it was, because it was genius. Genius marketing. Oh my gosh, this one's giving us gruff. There we go. Now, we need to mix the cream cheese, but not too much. My poor KitchenAid. I wonder if I should use the paddle instead of the whisk. On high. There we go. Yeah, like I said, not too much. We don't want to whip it. And we need 1 cup of sugar. White sugar. Anything else? I think we're adding these in one at a time. Yeah, beet, cream cheese, add sugar. Okay. Let's go again. Smells cheesy. Yeah. Splash. We're splashing. Okay, now we need sour cream, which I did not know was in cheesecake. Because we already have cream cheese. What do we need sour cream for? I don't know, but apparently. Maybe it substitutes the lemon juice, because I think in some cream cheese recipes, or cheesecake recipes, there's lemon juice in it. This one doesn't call for that. So I'm wondering if the sour cream is what's giving it that tang. How much? 2/3 of a cup. What a lame measurement. Okay, I guess we have to get out the 1/3. And I forgot a spoon. God, I hate opening this thing. It's 2 doors and then there's drawers. It's just so many steps. Okay. Oh, I think that was too much. I don't know if I can scoop that in. Yeah, we want to smush this down so we don't accidentally have a huge air bubble on the inside. No way. No way that's enough. Hold on, pro strats. Oh yeah. Okay, there's one of the 2/3. Remove the cat hair. Thanks, Thomas. Okay. Now the other 1/3. You want like this spoon? Okay, so for vanilla, this is what I've got. I don't know if it's in the... Yeah, it's kind of... It's reversed. Watkins Original Gourmet Baking Vanilla. All natural. Handcrafted. Okay, how much? How much? 1.5 teaspoons. What's this? 1 teaspoon. Perfect. You can't have vanilla, bro. Okay, I'm gonna do this over the sink so I don't spill it. I spilled it. Okay. And you don't have to, honestly, measure exact with the vanilla. It doesn't affect the, scientific components of our cheesecake. It's just the flavor. You definitely don't want too much. That would be gross. Okay, I need to clean that up. Put that on the pile of trash you can't see. And then salt. How much salt? 1/8 teaspoon. So pretty much a pinch. However much your heart desires. Yeah. Which shoulder is it for luck? Left? Or right? I picked left. Do we get bad luck instead? I don't know. Okay, so now we mix this in. Now it's getting thinner. Have to scrape the sides. That's the thing about KitchenAids. It's hard to get them to grab everything. Yeah, we have all of this. Ah. That tastes like cheesecake. Okay, I'm gonna balance that over here. Oh my god, it just went right back to where it was. Get in there. Thank you. Okay. And we need to beat some eggs. They have to be pre-beaten before they get put in. We broke the yolk. That's bad luck for sure. The Leaning Tower of Garbage. Oh yeah. Now we gradually add this in. We don't want to add it in all at once. Should we do it while it's going? I don't know. Maybe. Too fast? Too fast? Let me speed this up. Yeah, it seems to be this side that it's just not getting as much as the other side. There we go. So hopefully it goes right. Oh yeah. We don't want chunks. Okay, we're done. Can you hear the birds behind my dryer? They made a nest there. Okay. That looks pretty good to me. Alright, let's pour her in there. Yes, she's thick. Oh, actually, it looks like it's gonna work just perfectly. So this must be 9 inches, I guess. It smells like Greek yogurt, honestly. Like that salted caramel Noosa flavor. The best flavor on the planet. Oh, I think that's good enough. Ew. Oh my god, the fact that this is a hand is even better. Okay. Guess I'm going in. Oh wait, that's like hard cheese, hard cream cheese. I guess we didn't get that mixed all the way, so it's probably good that we don't add that in. I'll just put that back in there. I don't want a clump. Okay. We're gonna smooth her out. Can you still see? Yeah. Girl, look beautiful. And, you know what I'm gonna add? Because I'm crazy. I'm gonna add some food coloring. I'll teach you how to make swirls. You can do this with sugar, like a cinnamon sugar mix too, if you're doing like a streusel, which I do make streusel cupcakes or cakes, like a coffee cake type of thing. Or if you're doing like, let's say you were making a strawberry cheesecake, you take your strawberry glaze, and you can use the same technique I'm about to show you. But I don't want any flavoring in this cheesecake. I just like it plain. But we will add some color. What else can you can do it with chocolate, you can do it with caramel. Anything, any liquid. You can use this technique. Okay, that's pretty good. Especially because we're going to be, you know, doing the swirl like I'm going to show you. This is messy. Okay, so we have our cheesecake. Now, food coloring. We have my favorite trio of colors. I ran out of yellow. What did I use all the yellow on? I don't know. I really don't know. But we've got green, red, blue. Like the colors in screens, I guess. Also, throwback to Spyro the Dragon, Eternal Night, the video game. There were these puzzles with these like reflecting mirror pieces. Some were like triangles, some were squares or whatever, and you reflect these lasers. And the lasers were these three colors. I think honestly that's where my love for them came. But all you do is we're just going to do a little bit of drops. You want to be subtle, okay? We'll separate it. You want it to look random. Well, you can have it look however the fuck you want. Let's do one right there. Okay. We'll call it for now. You can always add more. Can't take it away. Let's do blue next. And we'll like just fill in these empty holes. 1, 2, 3. We'll call it with 3. I don't know where I'd put the other blue one yet. Careful not to stain your counter. Okay, now green. Do one right there. And oh my god, making decisions. Okay. Is that good? Do we need another? Maybe one like way over here? Can't decide! It looks pretty good, but okay, no. We're doing it. We're doing it. There. So we have 4 red, 3 blues, 3 greens. And now, you're going to take a butter knife or something similar. And we're going to do this. We're going to start, you can do, okay, there's so many different types of designs you can do. You can start in the center and do like a spiral if you wanted to. But I think I'm going to go like up and down. You can do crosses. Your imagination is your limit. Hold on, wait, I changed my mind. Am I going to do swirls? Nope. Okay, we're doing this. So yeah, we'll run it back and forth. You can also make hearts like this too, if you just do one drag. Oh my god, this looks incredible. I hope you can see okay. I'll give you a close-up in a second if you can. My mom actually taught this to me when we were making coffee cakes. But with my creative brain, of course, I was like, everything. Any liquid ever. Now, should we go back over it and the other way, do a crosshatch? Here's what she looks like. Oh, that light's too bright. There we go. I'm wondering. See, you don't want to do too much because then it starts to look messy. I just love how it looks so much. Okay. I don't want to ruin it. It looks so pretty. Maybe what we'll do is we'll just be casual and we'll like add extra lines through what isn't mixed. Like this. I think that's the way, instead of going back over it in a crisscross. Is that too much? Is that too much? I don't know. Oh yeah, we got some red in there. Yep, okay. This is what I wanted. Oh my goodness. Oh, you wish you had this cheesecake? Okay, we have like a huge gap right here. Let's try to fill it in. Gorgeous. Maybe it's not though. Maybe you hate it. I don't. I love it. I love the weirdness of it. Now here's hoping that when it bakes, it doesn't brown too much and then the color disappears. Okay, I think we're gonna stop. I think that's the best we can get. But, oh man, you know what this makes me want to do? A Valentine's Day cheesecake where we just do red dots and then we make them into hearts by just pulling through it once. Adorable. Wow, what a unique cheesecake this is. Are you kidding? Incredible. Best thing I've made on this channel. Okay, so the oven's already preheated. Bake 50 to 60 minutes. So I don't know much about baking cheesecakes. This is my first time, but what I'll say from my research is that you want it to be lightly browned on top. Not too much. But still jiggly. And I'm hoping it doesn't crack. That's something I don't want. Okay. In the oven we go. If you want to see the results of this cheesecake, follow my Discord. I'll post pictures in there for sure. I post pictures of a lot of my cooking on there. Let's do one last look. Pre-oven. Unfortunately, yeah, this takes like an hour to cook, so I'm not going to sit here with nothing for an hour. But yeah, into the oven we go. stupid oven, I had to literally click for every single fucking button. Okay. I can't believe how well that turned out. I mean, it's not cooked yet, but for that little food coloring additive I did. Oh, we should crack open a cold one, you know what I mean? You ever tried one of these? I think it's flipped. It's bubble milk tea, brown sugar flavor, with those little taro things in them. What's good about these, I don't like the little taro bubbles. They have no flavor. Okay, the texture, whatever. A lot of people hate the texture. They're like, it's like eating little fish eggs. Whatever, I don't care. It's just that there's zero flavor in it. I don't understand why you want it in there. The popping boba, though, with the like fruit juice in the inside, those are incredible. Also, I always get so paranoid about shaking these because it reminds me of a soda, and I think it's going to explode, but it never does. Okay, it exploded, just like that milk, or I mean butter, in the microwave. So, oh my gosh, story time. I went to get my nails done, as you can see, and I haven't gotten my nails done in years, actual years. So, you know, I'm kind of out of the loop with it all, and all I asked for was French tips, and first of all, she was arguing with me about, she's like, what, you don't want your nails longer? You don't want to add tip? And I'm like, no, I want French tips, and that's all I want. That's it. And she was just dumbfounded by that. So, I'm getting my nails done, right? I sit in the chair, I put my hand down. Immediately, I feel the nail dust of every other client that's ever sat in that chair. And it was disgusting. So, I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know what? Whatever, I don't know. I don't like confrontation. I sat there. You might think I'm gross, but I did. And so I'm sitting there, and then she brings out the nail file, and it was very clear that this nail file had been through the ringer, that it had been used on every Joe and Harry and Mo that had walked in to the fucking salon. Again, did I say anything? No. Ugh. I feel like I should have. And it costed $40, which, you know, they look good. By the way, I work with plants. Like, so I have my hands in dirt all the time. And I just got the reason why I'm telling this story, one, because that nail salon was fucking gross, but two, there's dirt under there, and this isn't underneath my actual nail. So it's actually stuck underneath, in between my real fingernail and the gel, which is, I got gel. And so I'm gonna be stuck with this dirt underneath here until I end up getting my nails done again. This is gonna bother me. But I don't want to spend another $40 already, and it'll probably be more expensive because they're gonna charge me to take it off. And if I decide to go to anywhere other than that gross salon, I'm gonna have to drive like 40 minutes, an hour to get there because there's no other nail salons. And that's probably why. It's probably why they're able to get away with all that shit, that nasty, ugh, is because there's nowhere else to go. There's nowhere else in my town to go to get your nails done. Ridiculous. Ugh. You want to see the trash pile? Am I actually gonna yap for an hour? Maybe. Here's all the garbage it took to make this cheesecake. Can you see in my cupboard? Aw. Wish you could. I have this little like corner cupboard where it's two cupboards in, you know, a corner shape. I wish there was a rotary in it. Corner cupboards should not exist without a rotary. Hot take. Also, I think I'm getting carpal tunnel. My wrist has been hurting from like right here down. It's driving me nuts. Too many video games, too much clicking. And I didn't even play yesterday. I've been playing Smite 2. And they just finally, so, you know, it's a new game. You know, like an upgrade from Smite 1, where they have, you know, better graphics and blah blah blah. Also, always break down your boxes before you put them in the trash, that way your trash doesn't fill up. Anyway, they just released God Builder, to where you can sit and actually go through the items, read them, look at the effects they have on your stats. It's a little rough, it needs work for sure. For example, there's this one item where it's Necronomicon, and when you get a kill or an assist on a god, it takes away, like, I don't remember the exact numbers, so bear with me, but it's like 10 protections on each, like magical and physical, so a total of 20. And then it boosts your intelligence, which is like your damage, your magical damage, by 50 each. And that can stack 3 times. So you have a total of 150 extra intelligence from this item. However, building it in the God Builder, it doesn't show that. It doesn't show the stacks, and it doesn't give an option to, you know, say, yes, I've stacked this already, to see what it'll be, what the final result will be. And that's a little frustrating. But I'm grateful for what I've got. I am grateful for what I've got, because I've been asking for God Builder since Alpha. Ugh. So I'm happy I finally got it, but geez Louise. And another thing about Smite 2, none of my favorite characters are in there. For example, and I feel like it's going to be a while, like my all-time favorite character to play is Chang'e. And the special thing about her in her kit is that she has this little bunny rabbit that follows you around, and you can send it back to the base on its own, and it will buy things, it'll bring something back from the shop for you, so you don't have to go back to base, which is huge. It's so punishing, you know, in middle lane when you're a mage, and you have to go back to get mana, or you have to go back to buy your items, because it's important to be able to actually do your damage. And a lot of the time, mages kind of don't have sustain, especially in the beginning. So, Chang'e never has to leave. So you leave, and she's like, alright, I'm going to clear this lane while you're gone and take your tower, and you have no choice. You have no way to combat that, unless you have a good jungler and good communication. Oh, this is so good. I want to know how to make it myself. And there's this little shop at the mall. Around where I used to live, I guess. And they use it's like the milk tea with the boba pearls, but I actually can ask it for it without the pearls, which is incredible. And they use this syrup, and it tastes so good. It's like a brown sugar syrup. So it's not caramel, because caramel is usually made with, you know, white sugar. But yeah, it's like a brown sugar syrup, and it is so incredibly good. Just makes you feel warm inside. This was unused. I can put this back. Okay, let's put this food coloring away before I spill it or something. Oh, I need to sniff this vanilla before we put it back. Here's the issue. with vanilla that from stores. I bet if you went to like a fancy grocery store, like a Whole Foods or something like that, you could probably find real vanilla. But a lot of it is, what's it called? Distilled? I'm not sure. But you aren't going to be able to read it, but it's with alcohol. And you can really smell the alcohol in it. Yeah, it's water, sugar, glycerin, which is sugar again, just a different form, vanilla extract, which inside the vanilla extract it has water, alcohol, extractive of vanilla beans. And then there's more alcohol, natural flavors, and fruit juice color. So the coloring is, yeah, I don't know. My grandma used to go, and whenever she would have a friend that would go to Mexico, she'd be like, bring me back vanilla. I will give you $100 if you bring me back as much vanilla as you can. So she'd always go crazy for her Mexican vanilla because it was real. It didn't have the alcohol in it. It didn't have all that stuff in it. And she taught me a lot about baking and a lot about flavors. Every year she would make these nut clusters, which is chocolate with a bunch of mixed nuts. And you like mix it all together and scoop it out and let it dry. And then you have this little, clump of chocolate nuts. And everyone's like, oh man, like, what chocolate do you use? How do you do it? How do you make it? Because no one else could figure out how to make it taste like hers. And one year she let me in on her secret. And I was so amazed. The secret is cinnamon. A little bit of cinnamon inside the chocolate. And it does change the flavor in such a good way. Kind of like adding a little bit of salt to something sweet. It just really brings it all together. Or like a little bit of sugar in something tomatoey or really citrusy. It helps take back that citrus. Yeah, I'll have to make those sometime. That'd be so fun. Oh, and yeah, these are my notes. You can look at my handwriting. Too bad it's flipped. When I stream on Twitch, it's not flipped, by the way. Well, I'm already streaming on Twitch. When I stream on my PC, I mean, it's not flipped. So yeah, if you're new here, I know I've got a couple lurkers lurking. I don't know if you're my regular followers or not, but I do stream video games as well. And it's a lot of fun. We're doing Oblivion right now, obviously. Who's not playing Oblivion right now? But the thing about me is I've never played Oblivion. I have zero experience in it. I'm a Fallout girl. Ugh. Also, with rolling pins, just wipe it off and put it back in there. I got a little bit of cheesecake on it, but it's fine. Somebody with the last name Foley had this before me. I have no idea where I got this rolling pin. I don't know where it came from. But who's gonna be worried about someone stealing their rolling pin? How would you get out of the house with this? Oh my gosh, there's even cheesecake on the counter. On the cupboards. Oh, okay. I have it on my shoulder. We're good. The unused. By the way, take your time. When you're reusing these, take your time to take the one you need off the ring completely. Okay? Because then you're going to be sitting here digging into it and then the whole thing's dirty? No. Waste of time. Especially if you have to hand wash dishes like I do. I'm not going to be washing the whole ring every time. No way. We have to move this thing. Ugh. Ooh. Take a look at these towels. These are made by this local lady. And she hand dyes them. And I've had these for a couple years. And they have not faded at all. They're my dish towels, so they get wet every day. And they haven't faded. They don't, when you wash them with a bunch of other stuff, they don't run and bleed on everything. I'll show you the whole thing. See? Oh my god, gorgeous. Kind of like our cheesecake. But yeah, I love them. I want to order more from her, but it is expensive. That's the thing. But she does do custom. So you could ask for whatever you want. Which honestly, I would just ask for more of this. This is like my favorite color combo. We got purple, yellow, a little bit of green, blue. And they're high quality too. Which, I mean, she didn't make the towel. She just bought it and then dyed it. But love a good linen. Ooh, another thing. Another thing I can show you. Shrimp chips. They finally sell them at my grocery store. Oh, let me see what they're made of. Mostly wheat flour. And then there is shrimp. There's real shrimp in here. Oh, incredible. Plus, monosodium glutamate. Is that MSG? Is that MSG for real? I don't know. I love MSG. Sodium bicarbonate and ammonium chloride. Ooh, love a good chloride in your food, you know? But they are delicious. Oh my god, I've been yapping for so long, there's only a half hour left for baking. Allegedly. It might be 40 minutes instead of a half hour. We'll see. Also, I was supposed to put foil on top of the cheesecake, but I don't have any. So, we'll see. I hope it might be a little brown. That's okay. Ugh, I'm trapped. There's so many cupboards open. Here's what I can talk about. So, if you like milk tea, like I do, you know, something like this, and you want to make it at home for cheap, you can also make it hot too, which it tastes so good. It's so homey. And I like to drink a lot of coffee, but the caffeine kills me, right? And I already have insomnia. I don't need any more. But sometimes all I want is coffee. So, you can take this. It's a vanilla chai black tea, which does have some caffeine in it, but nothing crazy. I wonder if it says how much. Yes, it does. Okay, so it says, there's a little caffeometer on here, which is cute. In a cup of coffee, there's around 100 to 120 milligrams of caffeine. In black tea, which is what this is, 30 to 60. So it's not as much. Like, I don't think I've ever drank, because I used to make huge pitchers of it and drink the whole thing. I've never gotten wired or had that wired feeling from this before. So, take that as you will. But as I was saying, you make the tea, right? And you can make this two ways. You can either make it kind of like a hot chocolate, where you take your saucepan and you put your milk into the saucepan and heat it up. And then you put these, tea bags in there. And you actually steep the tea bag in the milk as it's heating up on the stove. And you can make tea that way. But if you don't like that, if it's, it's kind of a lot of work, you can also make this kind of like coffee, where you take your hot water and steep it as you would a regular tea, and then you add in your milk and your sugar into that. It's a little thinner. But if you're like me and you're trying to gain weight, it's a good way to have your milk, which isn't just plain milk. Because milk's really good for gaining weight. But I even drink those Ensures. Plus this. How much is in this? Oh my god, look how tiny this is. Oh, I'm writing it for a mouse. Ugh. That's not even English. What language is this? Because it's not Chinese or Japanese or what? Taiwan, made in Taiwan. But it's not. What language is this? French? Spanish? I really have no idea. Anyway, irrelevant. This looks like the worst copy and paste job I've ever seen. Fiber, sugar. Okay, 5% of your regular fat, and then for saturated fat there's 10, so I mean it's okay. Am I getting this on me again? I'll let that soak. I'm gonna try to make my roommate do the dishes, I think this trash bag is full. I should show you my trash bags. I really think that the scented ones are worth getting. They were selling this cherry blossom one. It's like a limited edition. Oh my god, this garbage is nasty. It's stinky. No, but these are the trash bags I use. I really like them. I don't know if this is interesting to talk about what kind of fucking trash bags I use, but yeah, what is it, lavender? Pretty good. They also have like Hawaiian breeze and stuff like that. But my favorite cleaning supplies are Mrs. Meyer's, which is this. I know it's Flip, but the lavender is so sweet. It is a sweet lavender. It's so good. So, I try to keep my kitchen supplies themed with lavender so I don't get any, like, clashing smells. But Mrs. Meyer's products are great. They have so many scents, too. And if you want to be crazy like me, you can change up your scents per season. I used to do that all the time. I haven't in a while. I don't think I got any seasonal scents last winter, but they have like acorn spice and what else? I'm sure they have pine. pine, apple cider. That one was great for fall. Nice apple cider. The acorn spice was it was good at first, but then it was just so strong, like in a bad way. Kind of like how a bad cologne is too much and it's like it's suffocating you. Oh, I might show you Leonard. I just have a hard time wanting to move this setup I have here because it's literally like my tripod with the legs stuck under some soda containers and then the top is leaning on top of my oven. So if I move it, might fall over or something. I don't know if I'll be able to get it back to where it was. Probably not a big deal though, because I'm not cooking anymore. We're just waiting. I can show you the cheesecake anywhere, you know? Okay. Let's see how far we can turn it. Can you see? First of all, adorable. My oven. But, come on. Yeah, it's not gonna work. I can take it off. I'm struggling. There we go. But this is Leonard. Yeah, he goes all the way up. Here, let me flip it. How's the cheesecake making going? Great. Here, I'll show you. We have 23 minutes left. I hope I don't make you dizzy with my camera skills. I don't have very good camera skills. But this is Leonard. My cherry tomato plant. All the way up. Yes, it is a tall plant. You're supposed to put a cage around it, but I don't want to cage my boy. He's free. He deserves to be free. But here are some flowers that are blooming. And what you do, this is pretty much jerking off the plant. Oh god, I can't reach it. I'm too short. But you tap on it. Let's see if I can find other ones. I'm trying to be slow so I don't make you sick. Here's one. But yeah, you just tap on it. And it like fertilizes it. So that way you actually get fruits. Ooh, I don't know if you can see it back there. You see that? We're gonna eat it. Is it ready? Yeah, it's ready. Okay. They're still tiny. So Leonard's a year old. And because I don't, you know, trim him up and all of that, I just let him go free. They're kind of tiny. But I would suggest getting one of these yourself because they taste so much better than the store. I don't know what it is. Incredible. Let me see. He has a ton of plants that have, or you know, like these. This is how they start. They go from you know, bloom like this. The leaves or the petals fall off. And then if it's fertilized, it turns into these. And they start off super tiny. And they keep growing. But there's a ton all over. There's like one. Yeah, there it is. One back there. All of that. But, yes. How long have you been here in Vision? Did you see me make the cheesecake? Because it looks incredible. I used food coloring. I can't believe I'm too short to reach Leonard's blooms. That's crazy. I knew I shouldn't have taken this off the tripod. I'm tired of holding it already. How much time we have? 20 minutes! Gah! Should we do my dishes? See how many dishes we can do in 20 minutes? I have to hand wash my dishes, unfortunately. However, let me see. Where can I put you? I'm afraid to... Can we flip it? What I'm afraid of is blocking the microphone. This isn't gonna work, is it? Oh my goodness. I need camera lessons. I don't have a real one. But my, when I stream video games from my PC, it's a lot higher quality, by the way, than this. Let me put you back on. There we go. Oh yeah. My missing fake decorative cabinet. I tried to glue it back on, but it fell off and hit my foot while I was doing the dishes, and I wanted to die. It hurt so bad. So I've been afraid to do it again, but I read the instructions on the wood glue. I have to hold it there for half an hour. And that's crazy. I don't have any clamps, because I know I could use a clamp. But it's like, do I really go out and buy a clamp or a couple clamps that I'm only going to use once? You know? That's the thing about fixing things yourself. You have to go out and get all the supplies that you're probably only going to use one time. But do you think if I use it once, do you think they let me return it? Like, yeah, actually, this clamp didn't work. Yeah. They might believe me because I'm a girl. I could just play dumb and be like, yeah, I didn't need a clamp. I bought the wrong thing. Can you believe it? That'd be crazy. But yeah, it's all the way at the bottom. But you can see, like, where I tried to glue it. So I'm thinking, when I do this again, first of all, these. What the fuck is this? Some plastic-ass bullshit. Disgusting. Whoever built this was a failure. But yeah, I'm thinking about getting some sandpaper and, like, sanding it down so the wood, or both sides, you know, what I'm gluing it to, and this. And I'm thinking that'll help it stick, but, like, it literally broke right off. And I don't have a drill. I have a hammer, but I don't have a drill to, like, buy a new whatever the fuck this is. Because maybe that would be a good idea, too. Because I don't even know how I would clamp it. It goes on like this. I think. Okay, I lied. Oh, I can smell the cheesecake. It smells incredible. Okay, that's how it goes on. Yeah, clamp would totally work right there. But I know, like, as soon as I put this on and I take the clamps off, I'm probably gonna get a clamp. But I could just sit here. We could sit here together for a half an hour, waiting for glue to dry. Do you hear those birds? So, the story behind the birds behind my dryer. I had, you know, a lot of people put this, like, wire mesh stuff inside the exhaust for dryers. However, my clothes weren't drying. The dryer was not working. So, I had to my roommate took out the, you know, the wiring, and I was like, wait, maybe that was a bad idea, because animals are gonna get in. And we were like, nah, like, the clothes are drying now, that's great. Well, then spring rolled around, and we started hearing some chirping, and what do you know? Birds behind the dryer. But every time, I mean, I was worried that they were gonna have babies, right? Which they do. And whenever I turned on the dryer, I'm like, am I gonna kill these baby birds? But they live. Because what I didn't... One, I don't want to be a baby bird killer, okay? I'm not into that. Two, I didn't want dead bodies behind my dryer. Rotting. And stinking. Because I don't think I'm strong enough to move the dryer by myself. To get back there. And I don't want to be moving decomposing bird corpses from there either. But... no smell, no dead birds that I know of. So I think they're farther back than it sounds. I think they're just chirping really loud. But yeah, I forget about it. And then every now and then, they start flapping around and freaking out. "13 minutes left. Ugh, I'm like out of things to talk about. I do have a rhubarb plant, which is kind of struggling right now. I don't know what's wrong with her. I named her Rhubarbra. She's a little wilty, and I don't know why. I don't know if she's not getting enough sun where I have her or what. Then, what else? I have a strawberry plant. Technically, I have 2 strawberry plants, but one is going to my dad once it, like, really takes off. And then I have green onions, which I'm letting bloom. I don't know if you knew this, but green onions sprout, and then there's this, like, bulb that forms at the top, and then they slowly, like, split open, and all of these white flowers come out. And it's literally, like, there's a ton of them. Like, I can't even count how many there are. And it's so pretty. It's kind of like a dandelion, but with real, you know, flowers. So I think that's so cool. But apparently you can take those seeds, you know, the centers of the flowers, and use that to grow new green onions, which you don't really need to do, because I grew those green onions from the grocery store. You literally take them, you cut off all the green, you know, whatever you need from said green onion. You just need the roots. You can even cut the white off of it. But if you have the root from the green onion, you put that in the soil, or you put it in water first and let the roots grow, and then put it in soil, and you'll have a brand new green onion plant. It's so cool. I didn't think it worked, but it did. I'm gonna peek at it. Oh my god, it looks perfect. It's not too brown. It's not browning. And the color, incredible. What else do I yap about? I know. These, they're called Dogsters. Ice cream style treats for dogs. My dog loves these, and they're so cheap. It's like, I want to say it's $1.50. It could be $2. Not sure. This is cheesy bacon flavor. I'll show you what they look like. There's the top, and it's like got this little foil piece. I'll show you closer. And yeah, he likes grabbing it himself. He's very independent. And yeah, he gets these as a treat after his walk, or one of his walks. But yeah, so cheap, so it's nice. I thought about making them myself, but ugh. I cook enough. I do enough, you know? But yeah, I was saving them for that. Like, saving, after he was done, I would, like, save these little containers, and I was going to make more, like a smoothie style. But also my freezer, I don't have much room in there. It's hard to find a flat surface. And I do not want spilt frozen dog smoothie all over my freezer. We can also talk about mochi. If you don't know what mochi is, it's rice flour dough wrapped around ice cream. So it's really soft and squishy. So good. And it's really sticky, so they put this like powder across it. Kind of like, it looks like, what do you call it? It's that thing from Narnia that everyone's like, oh, it's so good, and then it's actually not good. I can't think of it. Here's what I'll do. I'm gonna get a plate out. Wait, it's pointless to get a plate out. You want to know why? Because the cheesecake has to set overnight, so we can't even eat it till tomorrow. But I want to put this back. But I'll tell you, the best way to eat these is to let them sit out just a little bit and get, not melted at all, but like, just a little soft. Not sure why all of the snacks and stuff I'm showing you are like Japanese related, but it is what it is. Because yeah, we have what? This. The milk tea, the mochi, and the fucking shrimp chips. But yeah, it's really squishy. You can feel it. Very soft. I'll show you what the inside looks like. That's what it looks like. So that's the ice cream. And then this is like that. How do I explain it? It's like a really stretchy, gummy. It's just so good. Mm. But I'm so happy they sell it at my grocery store. I used to only be able to find these in like hibachi restaurants, and but they only have a couple flavors at my store. I think just 2. They have this, which is strawberry, and then they have like cookies and cream, which I've never had a dessert like bakery flavor mochi. I've only had the fruit ones. So I'm a little nervous to try it. I should though. But yeah, see if you like let it, like, I don't know if you could tell, where did I, it starts to get really sticky and stick to your fingers. Like bubblegum, kind of. So that's why there's so much powder on the outside, but I think it's just like a cornstarch. It doesn't taste like anything. I cannot believe that I've been yapping for almost an hour. There's 6 minutes on the clock. That's crazy. So cold. But you know what? You'll have to get ready for Fallout content. Once they announce the release date for the new, or what, the second season of the Fallout TV show, once that is released, you better believe it. Because not only will we be playing probably New Vegas, and the reason why I say New Vegas is because it's rumored, which is pretty much confirmed because drones have flown over, that the second season takes place in New Vegas, which I'm so excited about. However, other rumors say that it takes place in New Vegas, but it's destroyed. So we aren't going to get to see all the pretty lights. We're not going to see the strippers. We're not going to see the casinos or the I wonder about the White Glove Society. If you don't know, the White Glove Society eats people. They're cannibals. That there's just so much to it. It's like, it would be really disappointing, I think, not to see the city all lit up. But anyway, not only are we going to be playing the games, but also I have the cookbook. And there are so many good recipes in here. Obviously, we'll make Nuka-Cola, right? Obviously. But here. So here's all the thing. I know you can't read it, but let's see. That we have like classics of foods that are actually in the game, like Yum Yum Deviled Eggs, which I've not made yet. I've only made a few things on here. The things I have made would be, let's see, I've made the Blamco mac and cheese. That is so good. I really like it. Not a lot of people do like it, but what's different about it than regular mac and cheese is that it has carrots that you mix up in the blender with the, the heavy cream. And you mix that in, and it has this sort of, it adds a gritty texture to the cheese sauce. And I like that. And not only is it good, but it's also healthier mac and cheese because it has a bunch of carrots in it. But what I also love about this Blamco mac and cheese, we'll go to the page. What is it? Page 65. Let's see if it has a good picture. Here we go. Kind of. But let's see, it has, I'll just say the things that are unique, because I think everyone knows what's in mac and cheese. But Worcestershire sauce. I love Worcestershire sauce, and it's crazy to add it into a mac and cheese. So Worcestershire sauce. It also has ground mustard, so you can kind of guess or get a feel for the flavor palette that's in here. Plus the carrots. Carrots do have a lot of flavor. And then there's, garlic powder, and then cayenne pepper. I love cayenne pepper. I do not like black pepper. If there's pretty much every recipe ever, I will not add black pepper. I will add cayenne instead. And then, so it does have sharp cheddar cheese, which is classic in a mac and cheese, but it also has fontina. And you might not have heard of fontina cheese, but it's like, trying to think, kind of like a provolone type of situation. It's a white cheese, but it's soft. That's really all I can say about it. It is hard to find. So yeah, that's the Blamco mac and cheese that I've already had. But I do love it. I should make it again, honestly. Let's see what else. What else have I made? I swore it was in Maine's, the one I'm thinking of. Maybe it's not. Is it in appetizers? Meyerlark Belly Croquets, I think 21. I think that's the one. So that's not really something that, oh no, that's not it. It's not really something that's in it. Iguana on a stick. I haven't made that. What's that? Page 29. So that's what those look like. We'll have to make those. I mean, who doesn't like a good kebab, you know? Iguana on a stick. Classic. There it is. Our cheesecake is ready. Alright. Let's get our oven mitts. And turn the timer off before that goes off again. I hate that. I don't want to listen to it beep. Let's see if it needs more time. I don't think so. It looks pretty good. Maybe a little more time. We'll keep a close eye on it. We'll add 10 minutes. Sorry to tease you. It might not take the full 10 minutes, but I'll tell you, it looks really good. Okay. Back to our cookbook. By the way, whoever designed this, genius. It's incredible. I really like it. Let me find what I was looking for. So yeah, we have Blamco mac and cheese. We have Instamash. But I know if you don't like blue cheese, you're probably not going to like Instamash. I know that there is blue cheese in it, which is why I haven't made it. Because not a lot of people like blue cheese. And then, one of my favorites, the Sugar Bomb Carrots. I'll look that up. What page is that? 75? There it is. So it's like, kind of like mashed potatoes or like a sweet potato situation, but it's carrots. And it's like it's got ginger, candied ginger in it, so it's a little spicy. It's got a lot of sugar, like it's also got maple and walnuts. I'm pretty sure it's walnuts, right? Yes, chopped walnuts. Brown sugar, coconut milk. I don't like coconut milk, so I do actually substitute it for like heavy cream or milk. You can use whatever you want. However, that does make it not... Is this vegan? Yeah, I think it is. Unless you don't count the sugar as vegan. Because some people... Well, it is brown sugar. Because I know with white sugar, I'm pretty sure they use, like, animal bones or something to whiten it. There's something about sugar that's not vegan, but I don't know. Who's vegan anymore, right? I think we all realize that's a crock of shit. I get caring about animals. I get that. But come on. Yeah, so there's... What else is weird about this? Okay, they call it sugar bombs, right? But what the sugar bombs actually are is like a Frosted Flakes type of situation. And that's it. It's crispy. So you've got the walnuts in here, and you've got the sugar bombs as well. And you lay that on top, and when you put it in the oven, with the maple syrup and everything, it makes it crispy, but also stick together. It's so delicious. I really like it. However, I made this for my family last year, I think it was, for Thanksgiving. And unfortunately, I added way too much sugar. So we were eating it, and it was like too much. So you gotta be a little bit subtle with it. Yeah, and I think there's just one more thing in here that I've made. That's a lie. That's a lie. I think it's in mains. What is it? Oh, Rad Scorpion. Unkraut. Which is page 99. And this is what they look like. And these, I will tell you, these are delicious. So good. Oh, I have cheese all over the... Ew. Gross. Oh, shoved it up into my fingernail. Ew. Who knows how long that's been there? Probably since I made these last. So, what this is you take puff pastry or like a pie crust, right? And you roll it out. And it's good for it to be a rectangle instead of, rounded, but honestly, it doesn't matter. And then you take chicken breasts and you pound them out really thin, kind of like a tenderloin. And you lay that on top. And then you make this, it's cream cheese and artichokes and seasonings. right? And you chop those up and everything. You make a little like cream, a little spread, a schmear, if you will. And so then you have the puff pastry. Then you can put your schmear on, and then you put your chicken on top of that, the flattened chicken, and then you cut it into strips. And after that, you roll it up like a cinnamon roll, and that's what makes these. And then when you bake them, you put them into muffin tins, which I think is so cool. And I just can't say enough how good this is. Is this an item from the Fallout game? No. But it's really good. Let's see. As for actual things, we already looked at the iguana on a stick. There's a lot of soups. We have like Tato soup, which is obviously, you know, from Tato's from the game. Carol's mystery meat stew. Blue cornbread muffins. I don't know what that is. I guess it's supposed to be like a rotten muffin. We looked at the sugar bomb carrots. Piper's special soda bread, which I don't like that either, so we probably won't make it. Baked bloat fry. Joe Spucky's meatball spucky. I have not made that. However, I think those are like ham balls. Let me see. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. These actually seem pretty good. Ground beef, ground veal. You're gonna make me put baby cows in here? I'll do it. Am I gonna feel bad about it a little bit? Yeah. But it's the wasteland, okay? Yeah, as for everything else though, it just seems like a regular meatball. Oh, I have to make those, right? We'll make Joe Spucky meatball spuckies. What else? What else? The Captain's Feast. I think that's an actual item. I think that's an in-game item. 107. Okay. This is what it's looking like. So, I mean, that looks pretty simple. So, what makes this special? Prime rib, rosemary, garlic, celery sticks, some fennel. I think fennel might be hard to find, I'm not sure. Onion, rosemary, and thyme. So, okay, this is just prime rib, is what I'm gathering. And then, yeah, we have all of the Nuka-Colas. Nuka-Cola, Nuka-Cola Quantum, which I've made both of those. Both are very good. And then there's some alcohol things, which I don't drink anymore. So, I don't know about making those, but they have, like, really cool names, like Stimpack. The Special. And that's, like, what the drugs are that are in the game. Perfectly preserved pie. That's like a cheesecake. I should have made that. Oh my gosh. What's wrong with me? Old Lady Palmer sweet roll. If you played Fallout 3, you know. You know what I mean. Yeah. Looks like a cheesecake to me. Let's see, what did they put in there that we didn't? We didn't do heavy cream. We didn't do real vanilla, which we should have. We really should have done real vanilla. But that's okay. This is our starter. This is our starter cheesecake. Oh, they did the sour cream like we did. Cornstarch. Oh, wow. They have a vanilla bean and vanilla extract. That's crazy. Cinnamon stick, that's different. 3 cups of caramel buttercream frosting. Why are they putting frosting in it? That's crazy. I don't know about that. Okay, let's check on this cheesecake. Oh yeah, 21 seconds left. My internal clock. Oh yeah, she's brown. She's cracked a little bit, which I'm kind of upset about. But I think it cracked because I did move it. I did jiggle it around. But I had to. Otherwise I wouldn't know how jiggly it was. Are you ready? Oh my gosh, it looks incredible. No! No! Disaster! Oh my god. Guys. No. It looks beautiful though, other than that. Ow. It dripped on me and burnt me. Mother fluffer. Okay, well, you know, let's just turn this around. You can't see the mistake. The tragedy. Ow! That's a burn, alright. Oh my goodness. Injury? F's in the chat. Also, my oven has cheesecake in it. I have to wait for it to cool, I think, before I can clean it. Ow. That hurts. I've never had a burn there before. Okay, well, anywho, it looks absolutely gorgeous. It would have been way more gorgeous if it hadn't collapsed. But yeah, here, let me try and get a better look without fucking it up. Look at it! Ugh. Alright, so yeah, tomorrow we'll try it together. But it needs to cool overnight. So unfortunate. Maybe? At least 6 hours, it said. What time is it? I don't even know. Can I look on my own phone? No? Oh, okay, yeah, I can. 4:16. It's 4:16 for me. My arm. So let me see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 p.m. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to stream video games tonight, so yeah, we'll probably wait. Am I going to try it without you? Maybe. But what is this? Is it melted butter? Is that what dripped all over me? Ugh. Because it's also leaking all over my oven. Okay, well, next time we know to put like a plate underneath it. So when we grab it, we can be very gentle with it. I did not do that. Like I said, this was our trial cheesecake. I've never made one before. I didn't know what I was doing. But I think this looks beautiful. So anyway, thanks so much for watching the stream. We made an incredible cheesecake together. Ugh. Here, we'll get a better view. Here. There we go. I don't think I've ever seen a more beautiful cheesecake in my life. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me yap for so long while we waited for the cheesecake to bake. Bye.